Hello, First Sergeant Kemp here with 2nd United States Sharpshooters Company D, and we're in the shop today to show you how we, as Company D, take the time to clear, clean, and care for our weapons. Before we get started, of course, whether you're cleaning in the field or at home, always check to make sure that your rifle is unloaded. You have no cones left that have caps on them left over from battle. And it always helps to get set out first. So I would like to kind of walk you through some of the stuff that you will find in a typical sharpshooter gun cleaning kit. Unlike a lot of other units that try to clean their spring fields and their end fields in a very period correct manner, because the Sharps rifle often costs so much, we spared no expense in carrying and cleaning our rifles. This is the one area where we really go lax on historical authenticity. My Sharps rifle, brand new, cost me over $1,400. And for example, if you got a Shiloh Sharps, you could easily add $1,000 on top of that price. With the high price of our rifles, we think it's only fair that you give those rifles equal care so you have a great long career of reenacting with your firearm. In front of us, I have laid out some of the common daily items that we use. Some of our cleaning products, we have Ballistol. I have this undiluted. Ballistol is fantastic for cleaning black powder firearms. We also have traditional boar butter. We use this a lot. This really helps season all the components, and it gives you a nice deep down lubrication, which is so important to prevent the block on the Sharps rifle from seizing. This one is Pine Fresh, I believe. Another thing that we do for a final touch, usually before storage, is we're a big fan of Blue Wonder Cleaner. Really gets the barrel sparkling. And the other nice benefit of this is if for some reason you have surface rust on your Sharps rifle, this stuff will just get rid of it right away without any harsh abrasives. Then we will put some lube on it. Avoid any sort of petroleum-based lubricants on the Sharps rifle. This super lube here is a synthetic grease. It's water soluble, and it doesn't collect all the black powder residue and unspent black powder, which can often seize your block during a reenactment or if you're at the shooting range. Other items that we have here, we have many of these small Wheeler gunsmithing screwdriver kits. And everything you do, but especially when you're working with a firearm, it's critical that you use the proper sized bit for the screw that you have in your firearm to prevent rounding or burring of your fasteners. These you can pick up in most sporting goods stores. They're fairly inexpensive, but you can go even cheaper and go to your local wholesale hardware store or tool supplier and just get a multi-bit screwdriver kit. As long as you have the right bit for the screw, you're good to go. We have a couple brushes. We have a nice nylon brush to kind of help dig out all the black powder residue. And we also have a phosphor bronze brush. It's really important you don't use any steel brushes, as steel will remove the finish from your firearm. These phosphor bronze brushes get the job done and they leave the finish intact. Another thing you'll find good use for in your block is a series of cleaning picks. These are a set that I got from Harbor Freight Tools to kind of help clean out all the flash hole channels inside your block. They're really handy to have. Sometimes you'll get a patch caught. For fine detail work, you can also get these dental pick style picks to really make sure you get every nook and cranny, because you have to remember black powder is hygroscopic. Anything that gets left behind, black powder will invite water and moisture into your firearm, causing rust and damage. The other thing that we have as far as scrubbing, we have these Dill's Bristle pipe cleaners. They're very handy. Sometimes if you have a wide hole in your cone. These will fit all the way through, and they have bristles in it, so they give you a nice light scrubbing action. These Sharps rifles have so many nooks and crannies. These things are almost indispensable. Another thing we go through in large amounts are cotton swabs. We always keep bags of these on hand, either for cleaning or for applying lube or cleaner into our rifles. Another thing that we find very handy, especially when we're cleaning at a reenactment and we don't want to spend all afternoon cleaning our rifles, are these plastic syringes. I purchased these at Woodcraft. These are actually used for applying glue. Sometimes you can find the plastic ones at your local farm store in the veterinary section. These are really fantastic for sucking up water and then blasting out any scraped out or caked on black powder residue within the flash channel of your block. Other specialty tools for the Sharps will depend on the model of your Sharps rifle. IAB made them, Army Sport made them. My model is a Pedersoli, Shiloh Sharps. Each make of Sharps rifle and even each generation will require sometimes specialized tools. On my rifle, I have this custom tool right here that will actually remove the flash hole on my block, so this is indispensable for my breakdown. You'll of course need a cone wrench that will fit the musket cone on your block, so you can remove that and continue cleaning the inside of your block. When I'm at a reenactment, I use a couple of rods to speed things up. And we also, for uniformity and for sharing and passing things around, we all use clean bore products. They're not a sponsor, but they are really handy for cleaning our rifles, and we're just very happy with their quality. This one is a shotgun rod setup with a 54 caliber brush on the end. I use this one for brushing and then swabbing the barrel. The swab here is really nice for when you're getting ready to season it for storage, especially. This really holds water up into the barrel through the vacuum process of the hot water in the barrel and heats it up. And then when it dries, it's the perfect temperature for applying your bore butter for a long-term rust preventative seasoning. Then I also have a smaller clean bore rod set up with a large jag on it for running all of our patches to get any of our solvents or protectants, and making sure the barrel is nice and clean. Other items which I find very handy is the fry spider. You can pick these up in all sorts of different stores. I bought this one at Bed Bath & Beyond. They had a good price. I think it was $5.99. And when you take your block apart, you also want to boil your block. The block always needs to come apart. So by taking your cone, your clean out screw, any other bits and bobs that make up your block, and boiling them separately, it really helps to heat them up so you can season them individually. That will prevent them from seizing in the block. It'll make sure that they stay clean and they last a very long time. And there's nothing worse than dropping a part in the bucket and then having to get in there with a bare hand when that water is boiling hot. You'll also need a large collection of patches. Use these liberally. These are completely disposable. Buy the big bag. Make them yourself out of old t-shirts or rags. These are super important. The other thing that you will have, and this kind of depends on your make and model of Sharps rifle, this is the Pedersoli gas check tube removal tool. That is in here. I can remove my block. So remove the pin. This has had a few rounds put through it through this weekend's reenactment. This choke tube in here is actually supposed to come out. Most people don't remove it, or it gets a little clogged after they purchase it and they forget about it. This is supposed to move freely, but since this is installed at the same time the barrel is, this will not come out all the way because it'll hit the rear of the receiver. What this tool allows you to do to make sure that your rifle stays clean and functioning properly and safely, as you twist this, it actually expands inside the gas check tube, allowing you to tighten it and pop that tube back out so you can clean it and lubricate it for a long time. A lot of times when you use this, so right now this is super dirty. I must have had 75 rounds put through it in yesterday's 2 battles. It's just too blocked up right now to work. So what you do is you disassemble your rifle, you clean your barrel nice, and then that'll break enough of the black powder free to give you a little extra help in breaking that choke tube loose. There are other products that you can use. Remington Oil products are really great to use because they lubricate, but they dry. They don't leave a slimy residue on your rifle. This setup that we have here works effectively. In fact, we have restored many of our oldest rifles that have been neglected into top, safe, fighting condition, and we've been very pleased through all the makes and models and generations of Sharps rifles that we've used with these products. You can find them in most of your sporting goods stores. In Washington State, I think there's only a handful of people in the state that actually sell Ballistol in stock. I purchased it in a jug from Amazon, and you may have to shop around. Boar Butter sold just about everywhere. Blue Wonder gun cleaner, sometimes you may need to purchase that on Amazon, and I bought the large tube of the Super Lube on Amazon as well. If you have any questions about assembling the cleaning kit, let us know in the comment section below. If you're enjoying these videos, please click to subscribe, and in our next video, we'll show you as quickly as we can how to disassemble and clean your Sharps rifle. This is First Sergeant Jared Kemp with Company D, 2nd United States Sharpshooters, and we'll see you again soon.